Let me give you one more panoramic view. We're at the garden tomb where Jesus was buried. This is the garden, the tomb actually of Joseph of Arimathea. It's the guy that came and asked for Jesus' body after he was crucified. You know, he was a wealthy man, wealthy family. This is kind of a family tomb based on some of the schematics and things like that. We don't have that for you, but just take a look at what we're seeing here. This is just, look at the foliage, the beauty.
That's the promised land.
Yeah.
I thought the same.
Look at all this beauty.
That's why I don't take rocks out of my yard. Build rock pile.
I mean, you know, like I said, you want to be buried on all the rocks.
I mean, the beauty that's taking place. I mean, the thing is that all this stuff takes place, and you have all this heritage and history, and you have it in a place that we're in East Jerusalem, which is pretty much an Arab stronghold. And like I said before, there's been talk about the two-state solution. If the two-state solution were to take place in its current arrangement or haggling, most of these historic Christian sites will be in territory that is pretty much dominated by Arabs, and they would overtake a lot of the Christian stuff. It'll probably be done away with. It certainly wouldn't be maintained in this pristine nature, I don't think. So we have to preserve it. We have to give credence to it. We have to support it. And so I'm appreciative and privileged to have been able to come to such a glorious place and look forward to coming back again. I mean, there's so much history, culture, heritage, like I've said before, but you just can't say it enough, because to be here is to really, really see it, touch it, taste it, to really immerse yourself in it. And once you're immersed in it, it has a way of really bringing it real to you. Some folks are from, Missouri, the show me state. When you walk by faith, you believe, then see. The natural man has to see it to believe it. But when you come to Israel, you get a chance to do both. You've already brought your faith with you, believing what you had not seen. Then when you're able to see some things, it takes it to a whole nother level. So you have both, the best of both worlds, both the spiritual and the natural. And you have a reference point by which to measure the greatness thereof. So it is really, really a tremendous blessing, and I encourage you to come if you can. It's great. What you see on TV and other places, I mean, just doesn't do it justice. It just doesn't do it. It gives you, some semblance of what's going on, but it doesn't do it justice as it relates to the totality of what you're dealing with. So it's just a blessing. I'm glad to have been a part of it, and it's awesome. I think we might be taking communion right now, which is another spiritual activity that commemorates us taking the life of Jesus, and his blood. And so I'm just blessed. I'm almost overwhelmed with just the tremendous blessing that this has been.
Each of you are getting a cup and a wafer, and don't be partaking quite yet. Just take the elements, pass the tray down.
We'll sign off here. We'll give you more footage a little bit later. This is great. This is great. Hopefully, this is giving you some insight into what's going on, because I wanted to kind of bring you in to what we're doing so you can feel it. I'll sign off now. We'll talk a little bit later.
The elements,
Bam.
the blood,